Disclaimer. The following video is pure fan speculation. Nothing I say should be treated as fact unless a post has proven it to be a real thing. FusionFall Legacy and FusionFall Retro have no set release date as of now and are not connected to Cartoon Network in any way, as these are fan games. Be sure to check the website for any and all information you may need. What's going on, my magical apprentices? I'm your magical dealer, and welcome to a very special episode of Magical Updates. Special, why you ask? Well, I'm glad, because this week marks the 57th week of Pick of the Days, which means if the magical updates kept continuing week after week, we would have had a complete year. Well, it is still a complete year, even though this has probably gone on for a year and a half now. No, year and maybe like 2 months. It started in June. But regardless, this calls for a celebration. Cyan, cue the celebration. Yeah, that's all you can. How many of you have been here since the beginning? I really want to know. Since the very beginning. Since this series was called Summer Updates. The memories. Well, I'm glad if you stuck around, and hey, if you're new, welcome aboard. This is week 52, and which reminds me, there's been something I've been noticing lately. Mini spoiler for this episode. We don't find out who the host is still. They're still being delayed, and it seems some people can't handle that, and they're saying some really hurtful things, which I don't really understand, because while yes, this reveal is taking longer than any other reveal that's happened in the POTDs, we're still getting new things underneath that. We see some revamped places, remodeled monsters, and some cool Easter eggs, and maybe it's just pent-up aggression or childhood angst, and you just need to redirect that somewhere or at someone. So let me invite you to redirect it at me if you really gotta put it somewhere. I mean, I don't care. I got thick skin. I'd probably be that upset too if I was a pussy. Anywho, before we get into the pictures from this week, we got some magical shoutouts from the last week's episode. Yes! That was easier than I thought. Now let's get into these pictures. The first stop on the Magic Photo Bus is Acorn Flats, and it's looking pretty updated from the last time we saw it. I mean, just look at this comparison. At first it was just a couple of cabins in like a row type fashion, and now it actually looks like a camp. And in the background is what I can only guess is Leaky Lake, and I'd be willing to bet on the other side is Camp Kidney. I wonder if we'll be able to cross that lake. Who knows? If you look towards the middle of the camp, we can see a Terrafuser, which is something I really enjoy, because if you didn't know, these things are directly responsible for all the fusion monsters running around the world. Seeing them all over the place really gives you that feel of the invasion that's all around. I personally don't remember seeing these things that much in the original game, but I played it when I was younger and I don't remember that much. I mean, hey, I didn't even beat the original game. That's why I'm looking forward to Retro. Also in this photo, we'll be able to see some arachnids, something you probably would want to run away from if you saw it in real life. Wolf and spider, that's a combo I don't need in my life. The next photo caused the most conversation, I think. We have a direct reference to Total Drama, and that's undeniable. And while some may take this as definitive proof that the host is Chris, I think it only disproves it. I mean, this is just way too obvious. No way they do something like this. After making us piece together so many clues, they're just gonna put something like this as blunt as this? I mean, if you were just gonna do this, why not just put Chris in the picture in the first place? No. There's something else to be gathered from this photo, but I can't for the life of me figure it out. I've been trying my hardest, believe me. All I can do is show you the things that stick out to me and hope that you come up with something, like the sign in the back that closely resembles the Total Drama sign, but seems to have a board nailed over it, perhaps adding or removing a word. And to the right of that, we can see cameras with the letters T and D on them, which to a simpleton would probably stand for Total Drama, but could these letters be a clue to who the real host is, or are they just there to throw us off the trail? Only time will tell. Either way, if the host doesn't turn out to be Chris, this is still a cool reference to have in a game. It's like they're acknowledging Total Drama without having Total Drama. And thanks to the Terrafuse in the background, we can see where this photo is taking place. It's only a couple of feet from the last photo that was taken. And the last picture. Oh boy, the last picture. The last picture takes everything I've compiled about who the host could be, lit them on fire, and is making s'mores with him. Or does it? No, I know what you're saying.
Magic. Are you serious? That's 100% Lumpus.
To which I say, how in the world did you get in my house? I'm calling the authorities. Please remove yourself from my property. But also, this picture has the same problem that the last picture has. It's just way too obvious to be genuine. But then again, those antlers with that hat. Wait, that hat. That's it. Legacy is a game that I praise for its attention to detail. This hat explains it all. This hat has a black ring on it, and I'll have you know that Lumpus hat has a blue ring on it. Now stick with me, alright? I know I sound like a crazy guy. Just look, right? Legacy it's so good, and they wouldn't skip over a thing like this. Now, you probably are saying, what if they just decided to change the color of the hat? Well, let me present you with Slugman. Notice how he also has the blue ring around his hat, and if Lumpus was truly the new host, he would still have that blue ring. No way this can be Lumpus, but who could it be? Who is the real host? I just can't be sure of anything anymore. Something I also have to point out is that the clipboard says that this is directed by Joe Murray, and a lot of people would have you believe that that is a direct link to Joe Murray, the creator of Camp Lysol, and I still think like this is pointing us in the wrong direction. There has to be something else. What could it be? I just can't figure it out. I guess I'll just leave it to you guys. All I can do is hope that you take everything I've pointed out and find out who the host is. And if not, I'm fairly confident that they'll reveal who the host is on Monday. It's kind of what they like to do. Oh, and one last thing worth a note in this photo is that we see a place that we've already seen in Piccadilly's again. This is the Squirrel Scouts fishing cabin. I think I said that correctly. Squirrel Scouts fishing cabin, which sits on the shores of Leaky Lake. And with that was the week. The 1 year week. Well, that's all I could find. Hey, but if I missed anything, please let me know down in the comments below, and you could be featured in next week's magical updates in the shout out section. And hey, if you want to hang out with me and possibly theorize more about this, you can join my Discord, which is the link is in the description for. And hey, if you don't use Discord and you like Facebook, I got a Facebook group down there run by a good friend of mine named Ecto. It's pretty cool. You should check it out if you use Facebook. And that's it, I guess, guys. If you find anything out, please let me know. But until then, I've been your magical dealer, and stay hype.